Hitting the live button. Here we go. Hi guys. So Facebook is telling me that my bandwidth is weak, and I'm like, Facebook, you know what? You're right, both literally and figuratively. I would say yes, my bandwidth is a little weak today. So if you guys can help me out by throwing me a couple of emojis or throw me a comment as to where you're watching from, just to let me know that I'm live. That would be so helpful. All right, today, yes, once again, I wasn't planning on going live, but that's how I roll, isn't it? I'm very much a in the moment kind of gal. Today I'm going to be applying a dark wax to my already polyurethane sealed China hutch cabinet. There are lots of different sealants we can use out there on our painted furniture, and I'm here to tell you, you can actually mix things up a bit. So the types of sealants I usually use, and please let me know what type of sealants perhaps you may use on your piece of painted furniture. My go-to three are polyurethane, which is oil-based, polycrylic, which is water-based, as well as, hey Kathy from California, thanks for popping up. I'm live. Fabulous. All right, so polyurethane, oil-based, polycrylic, water-based, and then of course there's wax. My personal favorite from an aesthetic standpoint is the buttery soft sheen of wax, but applying wax is, okay, can I get an amen? Applying wax is a lot of labor. There's a lot of sweat involved. And I don't always have the strength, the emotional, let alone the physical, to always deal with wax. So lately, I have been using a lot of polyurethane. Okay, I may lose some of you guys as followers, but I've been using polyurethane and polycrylic spray-on sealant. Blasphemy, I know. There are a lot of furniture painting purists out there that say wax is it, but I'm here to say that, you know, all three are actually really, thanks for the amen, Kathy. You got me. Thank you. We're all very busy women, right? And you know, we got things to do, so we got to do what's best for us when it comes to our timing. It's all subjective. It's all an artistic, subjective decision, and I support any type of sealant. Anyway, back to the focus, and that is that I'm here to tell you that you can actually cross mediums of sealants. And the general rule is, you guys are ready, and I have this in my subject line for this live. You can apply a wax, dark wax sealant, or even this clear wax sealant on top of a polyurethane, which is oil-based, or a polycrylic water-based sealant. What? It's true. You can. So what I like to do is that when I like to do a general seal using a polycrylic or polyurethane, so it's fast and easy. Lona, am I saying that right? Lona from Texas? Let me know if I'm saying that right. I have a tendency to use the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable sometimes. Lona from Texas. Thanks for popping up. So anyway, yes, I like to do a fast and easy sealant, spray-on sealant on my pieces. And then when I want that dirty, shabby, rustic look on a piece, then I like to apply, once it's dry, a dark wax on top of it. As long as you follow the rule, wax is always last, you can do this. Yeah. Are your minds blown? I know mine was when I first heard that. Maybe it's common knowledge. I don't know. You know, it's just me in my garage here in Folsom, California. Which reminds me, I got to introduce myself. I'm Kristen, the owner of Porch Nook, a decorative paint business located in Folsom, California. Yeah, I make chalky finish paint for my clients, as well as I paint furniture and other DIY projects. So thanks for hanging with me. And let's just get waxing, all right? I'm also going to cover just a few tips when it comes to dealing with a dark wax, okay? These are important tips because, in my opinion, they are. In my opinion, you know, again, all relative. Here we go. So here is my container of wax that I'm going to apply on my China hutch that I'm going to show you here very shortly. My China hutch was painted with Nantucket, which is a light blue. So I'm not going to need very much dark wax on top of this light blue because it's going to show very easily. Of course, you may want to, it depends on the day. You know, you can lay it on thick if you want, but I'm going to go with a light touch because I'm going to actually keep this piece and I want to keep my husband happy. We have two very different decorating styles. So we came up with a good happy medium of how much dark wax I'm going to apply to this piece. Yay. Yay, yes. Anyway, what I like to do is that I like to not just use just straight on dark wax. You see it in my container? Oh, whoa, fell, didn't it? I almost lost my dark wax. I like to combine it with a little bit of the clear wax along with the dark wax. Again, dark wax can be really dark and really intense. Sometimes it actually can intimidate some folks. Some bloggers out there, actually, I think, in my opinion, they show fear when they're using the dark wax right before they apply it to their piece, and you see this like OMG look on their eyes, like, I don't know if this is going to work. Dark wax is your friend. I love it. Just throw yourself into it and you'll do fine. Anyway, I like to apply the soft but clear wax with a little bit of dark wax because it actually softens up the dark wax a little bit. makes it more buttery and a little bit more creamier. It also kind of downplays the darkness of the dark wax, so it's a little bit more tamed. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. I also like to, important tip, guys. Who out there actually plays with wax sealants? Let me know if you do work with wax sealants. In my opinion, it's very important that when you're working with your wax sealant, you take it out of the can and you put it in a separate container like this. This is my Noosa yogurt container. Technically, we can't actually recycle plastic like this, right? Because it's quote unquote food contaminated. So I like to use my plastic dishes, like my Noosa yogurt or my dog's like stew dog food. And I use them in my DIY shop. Kelly, you use, I'm assuming you're saying yes in regards to wax. So you do use wax. That's fantastic. So I do like to use these type of containers because if I don't use it all, I like to seal it up and use it for another day because it will dry up and it will be wasted. And wax is not inexpensive. Wax is an expensive product. You know, we work hard for our money. It's important to protect it and take care of it. And you can always reuse it too. If you seal it up, you can save it for a different project. Anyway, when you're using your dark wax or even clear wax for that matter, you got your brush. Here's your tip. Number one tip. This is the most important in my opinion. Do not use your brush. Dip it into the wax, the original wax can, apply it onto your piece, and then dip it back into the can. Don't do it, whether it's the clear wax or the dark wax. And here's why, is that the dark wax, first of all, if you somehow get the dark wax on your dark wax brush and you dip it into your clear wax is contaminated and it's dirty, and now it's, you know, no longer the pure clear wax. Also, when you're working with the clear wax, if you scrub it onto your piece, some of the residual color from your piece will get on your brush, and if you dip it back in the original can, you'll contaminate your whole can of wax with potentially that paint color. Does that make sense? It's also important to use two separate brushes for clear and dark. I do have a clear, it's bigger. Let me show you my brush. Where are you? Okay, here we go. This is much bigger. I need a new one. I just realized I've worn it down to the nub. It used to be much taller. I use this in my clear can. I just lost my dark one. And I use my small dark one for my dark can. Oh no! Oh, Facebook Live. What did I do? Don't panic, Kristen. I just dropped it somewhere. Okay, I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do, whoa, Facebook Live. I just lost my dark brush. It's gone. Who else has a black hole in their house? It's I just dropped it and now I don't see it. It's probably because I'm in a panic. Oh, here it is. Found it. Oh my God. This ain't DIY, folks. The production value is pretty low on this piece. Do you see how much I'm blushed? Thanks for the smile emoji. Do you see how red I am? On the counter behind Andrea, can I tell you? There's like a 30, 60-second delay between when something happens and I see a comment. If only I didn't have a delay, and if I saw you guys all saw it. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. So yes, I just see your comments now, look behind you. It's right behind you. Thanks. All right. I digress. Hopefully my blushing will calm down. Look at me. I'm all pink. I'm as pink as my shirt. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yes, this is my dark wax brush, and this is solely for dark wax purposes. Obviously I can use a clear wax on this when I combine with the dark wax because, you know, dark is dark. All right, here we go. I'm going to move you guys. You guys are the best. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Kathy. Really. Mwah. All right, I'm going to move you guys over. I'm going to show you my china cabinet that I'm converting, and then I'm going to just start applying wax. Here we go. I better hold on to this. Oh my God, don't let this leave my sight. Lordy, lordy. All right, 1 second. Take some Dramamine, we're moving. All right, so this is the china hutch, and I'm converting it. Basically, I separated it into two separate pieces. So the lower half of this china hutch I'm using as a buffet in my front room for now. And I'm adding bun feet to the top part of the china cabinet. Let me know if that makes sense. You'll see the hardware that I installed on the bottom, so I can attach my bun feet to the bottom of it once I'm done. All right. Here we go. I'm just going to put you guys down, but in a good way. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can see okay. Where are we going to start? I think we should start over here. Sort of like the crown. Bear with me. I'm trying to find you a good angle. What do you guys think of this angle? Give me a thumbs up or a comment. I'd appreciate it. feel like I've recovered from my little mishap of losing my brush. All right, so when you have two different types of wax, what I like to do is I like to use a plastic utensil or just a, and I just mix it up. And you'll see, once I get this all mixed up, it's just a little bit of a tamer version of the dark wax. So again, I have this in my Noosa yogurt container with a lid so I can save this for later in case I mixed up too much. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you can see the angle okay. That's good. And again, if you're just joining us, I'm just showing you that this piece was already sealed with a polyurethane. And I'm here to show you that you can actually apply a wax sealant on top of a polyurethane, also a polycrylic sealant, as long as, again, wax is always last. So I'm just going to start applying. And then I'm just going to start working on my China hutch, guys. So feel free to shout out with any questions, any comments. I just also love just chatting with you guys. You know, we can have a few laughs about me losing my brush right here on Facebook Live. All right, here we go. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I know I got people from California and Texas with us. I'd like to know where else everyone is at. That'd be great. Let me know how your Tuesday is going too. Are you guys at work, by the way? Work? Are you watching me during work? I won't tell. I won't. All right, I'm gonna put this down. Where should I put this? Hold on. All right, here we go. So again, when you watch some bloggers or YouTubers out there and they get the dark wax and they're ready to apply it to their piece, you can see like fear in their eyes. And I'm here to tell you, dark wax is your friend. Don't worry about dark wax. Oh, you know what else? I almost forgot something. See? Hashtag real life, guys. This is how I fly. Hold on. Steel wool. Okay, I like to have some steel wool on hand. This is the least abrasive grade of steel wool. I think it's like 000. And I like to use it in case I get some like clumps or some buildup that I want to tame down. I use steel wool and I rub it down. So that's why I like to have this on hand. All right, here we go. You guys ready? I'm ready. I know. What's with the suspense, Kristen? What's... Get started already. Here we go. So what I like to do is when I apply my dark wax, I really like to emphasize first the shadows because it just sort of emphasizes the detail of the piece, the features of the piece, in my opinion. But you know what? It's all subjective. There's no wrong way to do it. Who else out there has done dark wax on the pieces? So I got to watch this because I tend to go heavy with the dark wax, and I promised my hubby that this wouldn't be like a super dingy, like shabby farmhouse shabby treatment. I told him it would be pretty tame. Got to keep my promise. You guys seeing this okay? Oh, Kathy, you're retired. Good for you. Congratulations. All right, so now I'm going to use my steel wool, and maybe you'll see it kind of calmed down a little bit. Now on my screen, you know, the resolution on these Facebook Lives are not the best, so I'm seeing more nuances and more dirt detail than you may on screen, and for that I apologize. To write Facebook a stern letter about that. All right, I'm going to continue this way because you guys can see that. Does anyone else have any DIY projects they're working on? I'd love to hear from you. Oh yeah, this is gonna look good. Oh, I'm getting excited. Every once in a while, once I get the basic coat that I like to hit a piece like this, just to get like a smudge of dirt, like that. Do you see that? Let me know if you can see that. And I like how it kind of gives those like little smudge marks on it. Yeah, I'm liking it. You can see fine. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Fabulous. So So what I'm thinking is that, again, I want to keep it kind of tamed down. So my plan is to kind of just really emphasize on the corners here and the creases. That's my plan. In the background, you may hear people yelling, Chi-Chi, Chi-Chi. We have a lost Chihuahua in our neighborhood. So people are trying to find Chi-Chi. See, now that was really heavy. Do you see how I really layered it on there? So now I'm like, oh, I gotta wipe some of that down. And see how the steel wool just picks it up, but still leaves behind like residual tea stain about it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, guys. Pretty easy peasy. All right, so let me know if you're interested in me continuing to go live, stay on live, and continuing to work on this hutch. Let me know, like in the next minute or so. Otherwise, I don't want to bore you. And I also know everyone's time is very precious, so I don't want to waste anyone's time. Kathy, you're using a pink metallic on a vanity for the first time. Oh. You have a white spot in it I can't seem to cover up. You need to share a picture. I have no idea. I'm having a hard time visualizing. A white spot. Like, do you mean like the paint is not sticking? It's not like taking? Like, why is this white spot so immune to your pink metallic paint? I'm curious. Okay, Andrea, I'll continue to stain on live. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for hanging with me. That's so great. All right, I'll put you on. I'll do my best to keep you guys on a good angle. I will. I'll do my best. You're going to have to give me a shout out if I am not giving you a good angle. All right, I'm going to try to... You know what? You can see, maybe if I just back up. There we go. We'll work on this right here. Now, if the comments are in your way, guys, all you have to do is like swipe it to the side and the comments will go away in case they're blocking your view. And when I'm done, like when I need a break from working on my knees, because I hate working on the floor like an animal, I'll pick you guys up and we'll work on the bun feet next. Just stain up the bun feet. Oh, it's hard for me to do a light coat of this, guys. I'm really fighting my tendency to want to shabby things up. This is tough. You know what this is? This is an act of love on my part. My husband's all like, not too much shab, because we're keeping this piece, and I'm doing my best, honey. I am trying to fight my tendencies. It's not easy. But you know what? Knowing thyself is half the battle. Don't you agree? I'm reading, Kathy, your comment. I'm sorry, bear with me. So the paint isn't sticking. Use a chalk pink color and 2 coats of the metallic. Oh, it's brown. Okay, the furniture was brown. Has to be a primer. That is so weird, Kathy. This is like a DIY anomaly you're talking about. I'm sure you, gosh, because you know, we all think that chalky finish paint is an end all because you don't have to, like, you know, you just have to clean the piece. You don't have to prime it or sand it. But it sounds like it's not a fix-all this time. So have you thought about sanding down the spot and just reworking the spot? Have you thought about that? I'm sure you have. Because I know you're a seasoned painter, you know? I know this about you because I know we've chatted before. Does anyone, and by the way, if anyone else has an idea for Kathy, speak up in comments. This is quite the mystery. So you guys, Kathy is dealing with a white spot on a vanity that she's working on and just doesn't seem to want to take the paint. If anybody has ideas, give us a shout out. I'd love to We'd all love to hear you. Kathy would love to hear from you. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. I know when I start vocalizing, like, ooh, ah, love, I know that things are going the right direction. Right. You're gonna, okay, Kathy's gonna try sanding, guys. Sand down the spot. It's like purging the evil of whatever's going on that surface, Kathy. Sand it. That's great. Yeah, give it a try. Let us know what happens. You know, you hate to undo everything that you did on a spot but when you got something that's gonna nag you, every time you look at it, you gotta do it, right? Thanks, Kathy. I love it too. I love my piece too. I can't wait to get the bun feet together and have it all assembled, and I cannot wait to take a picture for you guys and show you how it all looks. All right, I'm gonna move you guys. Well, maybe, yeah, I'm gonna move you. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. It's not easy. Here we go. So here you can see that dark wax is kind of smudgy here. It's a little thick. This will be too rustic for my husband. So now you take my steel wool. Again, this is the 000 grade of grit to it. It's the very soft, the softest possible steel wool you can get. And it just kind of wipes away the smudge, but yet it leaves the excuse me, I can't say it right, tea-stained look behind. There we go. So yeah, it's working out well. My goal is to just emphasize the corners and the edges and try to leave like the center of the panel a brighter, lighter, more pure light blue. That's my goal. There's no wrong or right way, guys. That's just my personal goal for this piece. Do you hear them yelling for their chihuahua? Chi-Chi, oh, poor thing. See what else you can see. All right. Let me know if you guys have any other. So I know Kathy is working on a vanity. Anyone else out there have a DIY project they're working on? I'd love to hear about it. So if you're just joining us, every once in a while, and I may not do it for this piece, but every once in a while when I have a more shabby, dirtier looking piece with dark wax, I like to, basically when I'm done with the base look of it, the general surface, I like to hit it with like a smudge. Now that is too extreme, but I like to hit it with the brush, use a smudge, create a smudge rather, and then you just kind of lightly tame it down, and it's just sort of this nice random hit of a rustic flair. But right now I'm just going to wipe it off because that's not my goal for this piece right now. All right, can you see the bottom? Yeah, I think you can see the bottom. I'm going to do the edging here. So my friend, my girlfriend, her mother didn't want her China hutch anymore. I know I think this is pretty general opinion about China hutches. People want to get rid of them because they're big, they're cumbersome, they look old-fashioned, and it's like this nagging presence in their house because sometimes they feel obligated to hold on to the hutch because usually it's an heirloom piece. Anyway, her mom just wanted to get rid of it because it was just she felt out of date. She just gave it to me. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So this is like, forget Christmas, forget my birthday. I've got my present right here. She just gave me this gorgeous hutch. And it's got glass back panels, and the inside you can't see because I got it all papered up for sealing purposes. But it's just beautiful. And it's even got lighting inside. Like, how spoiled am I? It's all wired up and ready to go. Bottom part. All right. Good stuff. Oh, I'm digging it. I know it's subtle. It's subtle, but I'm liking it. All right. That's what I'm doing. I'm just proving to you guys today that you can apply wax on top of other sealants. The rule is wax is always last. That's the rule. If you follow it, you're golden. Again, I'm applying a dark wax on top of a polyurethane sealant on this piece of furniture. I applied, what was it about? It's 3 coats of a spray-on polyurethane. I'm really digging the spray-on, guys. So easy, so fast, so affordable. Gave it a few days to cure. And now I'm applying a dark wax just to apply, not for sealing purposes, but for aesthetic purposes. Does that make sense? So I'm very excited to see how this all turns out. I'll be sure to share a picture with you guys once I'm done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys have a fabulous Tuesday. Stay creative. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Let me see. What else can I say? I just want to say, be creative. Do a project for yourself this weekend. Promise me that. Be creative. All right, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to wrap up this hutch, and I got to run some errands. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with me. See ya.